I'm back. Rodrance for the Black and White Network. Well, we're going to talk about Joe Biden. Look, one of our favorites on this channel is Senator from our neighboring Louisiana. I'm about an hour as the crow flies from Shreveport, Louisiana. And one of our favorites is Senator John Kennedy. Why do we like John Kennedy? Well, he just tells you like it is. He's very honest, and he's got a Southern way with words. Let's put it this way. I know a lot of people, they shoot me John Kennedy videos because he said something that just, it's wild, it's funny, and it's accurate. And last night on with Hannity, he did not disappoint. He did not disappoint. And I'll also point something out about Biden's 92%. Kennedy, Biden is as popular as cholera. Yeah, cholera. Wednesday on Fox News Channel's Hannity, Senator John Kennedy commented on plummeting poll numbers of President Joe Biden. Does anybody remember Joe Biden kind of ripping off at the press over that 64% of Democrats do not want him to run in 2024? And he was like, I don't know where you're getting information, but it's 92% want me to run. Well, 92% of Democrats under the age of 30, which in itself is a problem. And it goes back to what I've been saying for a while on this channel. Been very vocal about it. That is the poisonous results of your liberal university and colleges. And that's the byproduct of that because, yeah, the Democrats under 30 are radical and they're poisonous. And all they've sat back and done is listen to liberal professors shit all over our country. All right? And that's the byproduct. When you sit back and you're like, who in the hell could still support this walking bag of bones that's supposed to be the president? It's those Democrats under 30 years old. And that's also what in large part makes up Twitter. Okay? So that's the thing. Now, look, people are more liberal when they're younger and they get more conservative as they get older. A lot of it has to do with having a family. A lot of those people that want your kids exposed to all these grooming activities don't even have children. Okay? So that tells you something. I wanted to touch on that since he brought up polling. The Louisiana Republican argued the public had lost confidence in Biden and his lack of ability to lead was shown in his public presentations and with the people he has surrounded by. Quote, Sean, President Biden is clearly struggling. He struggled today in the Middle East, and I take no joy in that, he said. I trust the American people, and I think the American people have figured things out. I don't consider myself an expert in too many things, if any, but I know how to read a poll. In the majority of Americans, to them, the president is about as popular as cholera. And the American people didn't just reach this conclusion this morning. They have reasons for believing that. Number one, a majority of Americans don't believe that President Biden is in charge, Kennedy continued. They think the president is not the president. They think that the real president is whoever controls the teleprompter. Number two, fair or unfair, the majority of Americans think President Biden is too old. And you know what? That is a fact. Okay? He's just too old to do the job. I did see somebody floated out there having an age limit on running for president. I'm not totally opposed to that, to be honest with you. They think he's kind of like an old Buick. You know, some days he starts, other days he doesn't. Once again, he's got a way with words. Number three, a majority of Americans think that the people that President Biden has anointed to run his government are deeply weird. And they are. Many of his appointees, they curl up in a protective ball if you use the wrong pronoun. They pride themselves on not prosecuting criminals. Their executive skills extend no further than ordering a pizza. And that's correct. They don't have any respect for capitalism, so they're not going to learn how to thrive in a business environment / corporate environment, right? I mean, we would bring these people into a boardroom back in the day when I worked many years in corporate, and we would promptly dissect and destroy them. Okay? And luckily, I got out of that field before these kinds of people started getting involved in the workforce. Because I assure you, they would have been offended multiple times a day on a daily basis. Kennedy argued that Biden needed to, quote, reverse direction from his lackluster performance thus far. Quote, the final point I'd make is the American people they're very disappointed in President Biden and his policies. The majority of Americans believe that he's mismanaged Congress, he explained. He's mismanaged COVID, mismanaged the border, immigration, crime, Americans' energy independence. He mismanaged Afghanistan. He's mismanaged the economy and inflation. And this is where he takes a very, very direct approach in his delivery, John Kennedy. And boy, do I feel like it is an accurate description of how American people feel right now. Inflation is waterboarding the American people. People are scared. They're not going to be able to retire until they're 92. Their 401ks have crashed, and it doesn't give me any joy to say this, but American people figure it out sooner or later. And that's why at the moment, how can I put this? The creepy Banjo Kid in Deliverance is more popular than the president at the moment. And he better reverse direction soon. It's hurting Americans. It's hurting him. We have no reason to think he'll reverse directions. Except, and I've wondered about this, is he going to reverse direction in some cases because of the midterms? But if he's going to do it, he better be doing it now. The problem he's got is all the radicals in his party. If he was to reverse course on things like energy, oil and gas, all this sort of thing, tries to bring us back to energy independence, he's going to get destroyed by his own party. He absolutely is. And I'm sorry, but outside of doing those kind of things, like something that's going to drop $1 off the gas price all of a sudden, he's not going to win back any voters. And he's certainly not, if people are out on crime or any of that sort of thing, he can't reverse course. The radicals will eat him alive in his party. He's a one-term president. And it's been a disaster. I mean, look, the kid on Deliverance playing the banjo is more popular than the president of the United States. That's probably a fact. At least he could carry a tune on a banjo. John Kennedy's got away with words, folks. But he's accurate, right? Even with all that southern drawl and his methods and colorful ways of delivery, it's perfect. He's right. I mean, Biden has burnt this country to the ground. It's nuts where we have gotten just since Trump was in office. Jesus, we were running like a well-oiled machine. And people, in theory, voted the guy out because he hurt their little feelings too much. It's crazy to me. It's crazy that people don't realize that America is more of a business than anything. Needed a businessman. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.